stream has begun. We should be on the air, lads. Let's check for the channel, see if this thing has worked. So they do this every 4 weeks, and I'm never sure. Oh yeah, there it is. Funny that, how it actually works consistently. All right. If anyone is here right now, hello. I can't see chat because I don't have it pulled up on my phone, and I'm currently shilling my YouTube stream to Blue Sky and the Discord. But hello to anyone who is here. I hope you're having a good evening, because it is pretty decently late for me. It's like 9 p.m. It's late doing this late at night. But I was actually just in the shower, and I was like, oh, you know, it'd be great, do a live stream and speak to viewers. Oh, that's not good. That's gonna turn off. So, oh my god, there are 3 people. Let's go! I'm so famous. Well, let's wait for some people to hop on in, because I didn't give any forewarning for this stream. I'm simply a boy with a dream, and that dream is to become the most famous streamer who's ever. No, I just can't want to stream and talk about some Ninjago because I've not been uploading any videos because I am a fraud bum. So yeah, well, oh, 5 people. Oh my god, my numbers are growing fast. I'm so cracked at this streaming thing. So, hello to everybody. How are we doing tonight? Or I guess afternoon if you're in the Americas, or Australia. It would be, I suppose, morning time there. How is everybody doing? Hello, Ghost with Almost. It's kind of crazy that after all these years, we now know all the 17 realms. Yes! I saw this last night. The 17 realms. I'm really not very happy with this whole knowing all of the 17 realms business, I'll be honest. I'm not happy, Bob. Not happy. I saw that Umbra Sylvis, I believe it's called, and what is it? I think Land of the Eternal Dawn were confirmed to be their own realms, which is not great. I think I had kind of talked about this before in like the world building video, I think. I'll be honest, I don't really remember what I said in that video. It's been a minute. However, in that video, I believe I made a point about like certain realms kind of not having much to them. Like, I think a lot of the realms are just like one-trick ponies, and like a lot of the Dragon's Rising specific realms just are not very good. Like, for example, this Mysterium and Imperium are both good. Like, I think Mysterium, especially since its introduction, has gotten a lot more like fleshing out. And I think Imperium was always pretty good. It kind of has Land of Lost things and the main city. But Dragon's Rising just is not a show that is very good at building out its world, because so many of the realms it introduces are just like these one-trick ponies. It's like Land of Lee is essentially a water realm with like an island. Umbra Sylvis, village realm. Land of Monsters, another monster realm, like Madness, but in 2D. Because we don't see that thing in 3D, I suppose, except for those like Kai shorts, but I haven't watched those, so they don't exist to me, you know? Because I am the only person who watches Ninjago. It's like, what are the other ones? Oh yeah, First Realm is essentially just like a desert. Whispering Woods as well as a realm. Carb I saw that Carbonator. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Whispering Woods is a realm, just like Forest Realm. Like the 17 realms is like we have all of them, but what does it mean? Why does it matter? Can you make the Discord link bigger? No. Hello fellow. Thoughts on Zilvar? I like him, he's cool. I actually think, I mean, I don't know, we don't know his character yet, but I think his head mold, like the Raz head mold in white is cool, and you can make out a lot more of the details. How is Umbra Sylvis a realm? I don't know, man. It's so bleak. I don't know, like, how this, like, village, this, like, bare bones, like, village with, like, no interesting substance to it is just an entire realm. Like, I'm sure they can flesh it out, but right now it's like, why is this a realm? This could have been, like, it's part of any other realm, really. This could have been, like, I don't know what realm it could have been in. I don't know, the Umbra Sylvis subplot drove me mad at some point, so, like, I don't know, fuck it. Put it in madness for all I care. Thoughts on the ninja suit reuse? I'm fine with it. I'm completely fine with ninja suit reuse. I think especially with the Draconis fits, I wish we got more of a full Draconis forms. But I'm like fine with them reusing ninja suits, especially since well, you know, Draconis suits didn't come in like a ton of sets. Like they're pretty, like, it's pretty tough to get all of them. And like, I don't know, I assume Legacy and like Legends just like ate all the budget, so I don't really care. Less sets I need to buy at the end of the day, so huge victory. I can't believe they made the Whispering Woods a realm. What a waste. Yes, genuinely, like, insane. Gino made this point, Brutality writer, go read Brutality, by the way. He made a really good point, which is that, like, Whispering Woods should have really just been in the first realm. Realm of Onion Dragons. Like, it didn't need to be its own realm. Because, like, I don't know, I think it would have been cool to flesh out the first realm with, like, a forest. That would have been, like, a neat switch up from, you know, the desert, especially when we already have Imperium. What annoys me is that with some of the DR realms, it's not even clear that they're realms. The Land of Monsters, Whispering Wind of Umbra Sylvis. Yes. It's like, this was an issue, I think, that was mentioned to Doc with, like, a Land of the Three Mountains. But it's like, yeah, it's, like, very non-obvious what a realm is. Like, sometimes it'll just be a location. And they're just like, oh, yeah, this is an entire realm, by the way. It's like, okay. Cool, man. Good stuff. I'm glad we're using an entire realm on this village or forest or empty field. Mandatory brutality mention, you know it. Soren Frack should have gotten new suits. Very true. I think they should have, definitely. But I'm okay with a ninja just reusing the Draconis suits, especially since it'd be pretty weird if we spent all of part 1 building up to these cool new Draconis forms, and then as soon as part 2 comes around, we just switch to these new suits, and Draconis form is like not like part of the visuals of the show. That'd be kind of weird, I think. Oh my god, I'm so cracked at Breath of the Wild. Best DR3 Part 2 sets, easily the Grimtack and Zilvar set. It's so goated. Oh my lord, I love that set. I will be buying 3 of it. Probably not, but I really do like that set. Umbra Sylvis low-key could work as a part of Mysterium and then make them armor. Yeah, true, actually. It's really beautiful that Umbra Sylvis is such a nothing-like location that you could just be like, oh yeah, put it into like any realm, it works. Like, hell, put it into like Imperium or whatever. Have it be like a non-developed part of it that like rejects the good Empress or whatever. Like, there's a lot you could do with Umbra Sylvis within the like realms we already have. It does not need to be an entirely new location, entirely new realm. Oh my god, this is a long chat message. I gotta pause the game. I understand the justification for the Whispering Wood being a realm. Having a realm that connects all the other ones makes sense, but it still kind of feels like a waste. Yes, I understand kind of in principle, but like, this could have been done with like the first realm. I think this isn't like. I think like first realm could have served the same purpose of like connecting all the realms, especially since like it's the first one. And it would, I don't know, just flesh it out more, especially since I think season 3 did a pretty piss poor and weak job of using that realm properly, because it was just like, oh yeah, desert realm. Good lord, I have like no weapons. Umbra Silver should have been Land of Monsters. I don't know. I don't think it really fits the bill for monsters. Is my thing. It's like I don't know. It's like I think it would work in like Mysterium or Imperium, but maybe not monsters. I think that's a bit. And especially when like monsters could have been in Madness. Same goes for the Realm of Lee actually. Like, Realm of Lee is, like, better. But, like, let's be honest. We do not need a realm that is one island with one guy. It's like, this could have been an email, except this could have been an existing realm. It's just, like, they're just really bad at... They've just, like, wasted the realm slots, like, crazy in Dragon's Rising, which really, really annoys me. Because, like... For all of the faults that Dragon's Rising has in its writing, right? Because, like, it does. All of Ninjago has a lot of faults in its writing, and Dragon's Rising is no exception. But for all of the faults that I can give Dragon's Rising, this is probably the thing that bothers me the most. Because not only is it now a problem with Dragon's Rising's writing, this is something that the rest of the Ninjago show needs to, like, build off of. And like live with. Like that's it now. That's our realms. That's it. That sucks, you know. We're stuck with these realms. Umbra Silvers will forever be a realm, and I think that is like terrible. I really hate that we've just like wasted the realm slots like this. At least as far as we know. They could do more with Umbra Silvis or whatever. But for now, it's pretty weak sauce. Why is my boy Fragment Thanos snapped out of all the sets? He would not sell, I think. I don't think he would sell in sets. And so Lego was like, yep, we'll put this guy in the combat vehicle. Good luck, everyone. You have to get this one overpriced $90 set to get Frack. If he's your favorite ninja... Well, shoulda picked Sora because she's in every single set. I am not going for right. Oh no, actually I can. What do you think of Legends 2026? It's cool. For the most part, I really like the Twin Titan mech set. That one's really, really cool. I got the Lloyd's Titan mech recently. I haven't built it because I have exams and I am busy, but I'm really hyped that I can now, like, complete my Titan mech collection. The, like, skull thing is pretty cool, I think. The dragon, yeah, the dragon skull set is pretty neat. I think, the little dragon and Oni mech in it are, like, butt ugly, and I really don't like those, so I probably won't get the set. But the skull, I can give, like, the skull kudos for being, like, neat and cool. But the new Ultra Dragon versus Great Devourer set, I hate it. It's so ugly. I had like a rant about this the other day in a server I'm in. Like I just don't know what the set's meant to represent. You know, it's like that's not the Ultra Dragon. That's some random golden dragon on hind legs. That, like, just looks like a guy in a suit, I'll be honest. Versus, like, the Great Devourer, which is in this really awkward position. Like, I know, like, you can point to legend stuff and be like, oh, that never happened, so what are you complaining about? But like, this just feels so non-specific because it's like none of this feels coherent with each other, you know? This doesn't make sense to me. Plastic, what do you know about Ferox the Transgressor? Who is Ferox, bro? Like, who? Random kid. Who is he? Oh, God. Oh, no. I'm for water. I don't know who Ferox is. I assume he's some Feroxian guy. But I don't know who that is. I don't know who he is. Ninjago's insanely overly complicated afterlife system will never not be funny. True. But at least they've kind of merged two of the afterlife realms together, so it's a bit better, and like the underworlds can continue being its own thing. Oh, god damn it. It's gotten like slightly better, at least with Dragon's Rising. It's well, it had gotten better, and then Doc was like, oh well, what happens with people passing on now because the well was destroyed? IDK, which is fun. I wonder if everyone who dies just pulls a Rontu and they just like, so they see Eagle on Morrow and they just like come back to life afterwards and they're like, damn, that was close. Probably shouldn't let that happen again. Let's see. Lego Loki Snakist. Lego Hikey Snakist. Lego is not putting Frack in another set, and he is on borrowed time in the show. Frack will be written out after Dragon's Rising ends. We are not seeing that guy again. Who cares about Pixel though? She's been boring since season 5. She's been boring since season 3. My guy. Pixel has never been good. I think the only person who really cares about Pixel is Parachuting Kitten, and even then, she's like, wow, Pixel's writing kind of sucks. They can like do so much with her. Pixel's like the ultimate potential woman. At least Frack came in for magazine. That's true. Frack got into a Ninjago magazine faster than Nia, so that's a feat. Scaling whether Lego hates snakes or women more. Can Lego master making 2-headed dragons before they make 4-headed dragons? Yeah, honestly, like, I think they did. They kind of mastered 4-headed ones, I think, with a golden one from a crystallized. But this one just like sucks. This new one's so bad. What do you think of the combiner vehicles? I'm gonna modify the Kaibug Frack. I really like those combiner vehicles. They're like very classic Ninjago to me. And I'll probably get them at some point because they're just like neat. Ferox is a new Blue Sky OC. Oh my god, bruh. Doc is introducing these guys faster than I can keep up. I don't even know about Kex Metal Wing. Who is he? Thank you for hating on the Ultra Dragon set. Everyone else is glazing it, but it's not accurate at all to the show. My issue isn't even that it's like not accurate. My issue is that it's just like really ugly. I just don't like how it looks. It's just like an ugly ass dragon. That it looks like a guy in a suit. It looks like a random guy in a suit. It's like fighting this kind of ugly Great Devourer build if I'm being TBH, you know. And yeah, I do not care for Nathaniel and Mr. Ivo enough to justify getting this set. Though I don't actually. Maybe Mr. Ivo comes in the Skull set. Honestly, I cannot remember. I've not spent a lot of time looking at these sets except for Grimtack and Zilvar because they're so cool and awesome. Oh my god, this guy is beating my ass. I liked Pixel on a reboot and that was it. I don't know. I think I just felt like apathy towards Pixel for the longest time because like I was like a kid and I had no media literacy because I was just low-key stupid. But yeah, Pixel was just like never good, I think. Like she doesn't really have any particularly great qualities of reboots that really shine through, you know, other than just like Hetslop with Zane. I swear the Ninjago writers have to find new writing ideas because they don't have a run out of ideas. Yeah, real. They just kind of like, I don't know. I think this is especially the thing with like the Realms is like for a show that's like one of its main selling points is like new realms, hype moments, and aura. they just have, like, no ideas for these realms. Because, like, none of these realms are just, like, random bullshit that was thought up. It's, like, yeah. I don't like the Dragon's Rising realms. Expect a video on that at some point when I make videos again. Alright, I need to touch on this. This was something I wanted to touch on this stream, and I'd be amiss if I didn't. I am going to still make the Zane video and the videos I promised. I've just been busy. as of late. But those videos will be happening. Just, I don't know when, you know. But, oh my lord, this bro. But yeah, no, videos are in the works. I finished the first pass of the Zane script like 20 days ago, and I haven't reviewed it. It'll come at some point. I swear, I promise. Hand on heart. Did you hear the Zarkar news? I did. Didn't Doc confuse Grimtack and Zarkar like immediately? And so like Zarkar might be a Master of Life. Which is like really, really funny. It's so funny that they keep giving these characters names that start with like Z. Like Zark, Zilvar, Zarkar. And the writers just cannot tell them apart. It's really funny. It's like, my brother in Christ, you made the sandwich. You got Mysterious Ronin / Old Lois yet? I have not. I posted on Blue Sky earlier, for those who follow me on there, that I did my first run of the new CMF series at Smith's. I got 5 of them, and the results were I got 2 of the Toatahus, I think his name is, 2 of the Bionicles, so that's pretty neat. I got 1 of the Steampunk Girl, which is neat because I wanted her. I got 1 of like the Squelcher looking fellow, and I got the marching band guy. I've not gotten Ronan Lloyd yet, but I soon. I really want to get him, but I don't want to use scanners because I don't know, that's boring. I think I want to like get it naturally with gambling. Lucatoon asking, why did you beat an elderly person? Hold on to this one is all I can say for now. The administration had more potential as a realm than the last 3 realms did. Unfortunately true, but like administration at this point kind of is its own realm because they do like fuck all else with madness. Like whenever we go to the land of madness, it's just like, let's go to the administration, you know, which is fine. I like the administration, but like we keep going there, man. Please guys, develop madness. It's so cool in theory. Rock. I hate the administration. Unbased. Administration is so cool. Even as a kid, I hated how the writers treated Pixel. I think she genuinely has the most potential of anyone on the show, specifically because the writers refuse to do anything with her. True. It is kind of a double-edged sword of like, she has so much potential, but it is because she's just not written at all. But I agree. Pixel needs more love, please. Maybe she'll get more love in Dragon's Rising Season 3 Part 2 when she comes out of retirement again to like beat the shit out of Zilvar. Just realized we constantly go back to Imperial administration. Yeah, Dragon's Rising kind of is just like, let's visit the same like 3 locations over and over again. Which I'm okay with because it means like with Mysterium we keep going back there, but like we've also gotten it fleshed out a good amount. So I'm okay with us revisiting places we've been, but like I don't know. It doesn't forgive some of the poor world building in my eyes. We will never be seeing the Mother Garden again. I guess, but like I don't know if I care enough about the Mother Garden, I'll be honest. It's like, it's unfortunate. But like I don't know, I just presume that place is in wildness. Oh. Okay. Look, I was kind of worried that they're just gonna say like a Mother Garden is its own realm, but no, they actually instead they did that with every single location introduced after that. So that's cool. How do you feel about them returning to the Netherrealm? It depends. The Netherrealm, I really like the Netherrealm. It's an awesome realm. But it will just feel hollow and meaningless if Akita isn't there, and I just know she won't. Like I don't, Akita's like a whole can of worms for the Ninjago team to, like, you know, talk about with the whole Ice Emperor thing. And Doc even said on Blue Sky, like, they're not touching on the Ice Emperor in Dragon's Rising. Which, like, fair enough, but, like, I really wish they would touch on that at some point. But, if we see Akita again, or the Netherrealm gets fleshed out, cool. Well, I guess the Nether Kingdoms now, as it's confirmed. Then, like, that's pretty cool. But, I don't know, I just think with Dragon's Rising's, track on revisiting old locations, i.e. First Realm, I'm a bit worried that they are gonna fuck it up, but we'll see. I think it's cool enough in concept. How do you feel about Umbra Silver's take? I talked about this earlier, but bad. It's bad. I hate it. I really don't like Umbra Silver's being the final realm. It's terrible. They've really wasted a lot of the realm slots. Dragon's Rising saved Cloud Kingdom and Ninjago, but ruined all realms they introduced. I disagree. I agree that they saved Cloud Kingdom. They did some good stuff with that, but Ninjago is like way worse, I think. None of the wish magic really makes sense now, because they just don't follow their own rules at all. Which, like, I know Doc said something about, oh, but different Jin have different rules, which is stupid, but whatever. I don't know, I think Ninjago is really like an example of a Dragon's Rising revisited realm that they like really fucked up. But I agree that a Cloud Kingdom's good. But this is because Dragon's Rising Season 1 is good. Dragon's Rising Season 1 is still my goat. If the algae farmers and Melopian homes are two separate realms, true. The crab is actually a realm in and of itself. Mr. Wyatt told me in a dream. Hang on. Alright, guys, I need to, like, lock in on beating this guy's ass for a minute, because he's, like, actually taking me out. Thank God I'm not a gaming YouTuber, man. I would not be able to crack jokes and play video games at the same time. I'd be so bad. I'm low-key ruining my gamer rep with this stream and every other stream I do because I'm bad at video games. Preeminent type realm, real. Except they'd overwrite for preeminent. They'd be like, oh, this is actually the first case of a living realm. Because, like, I don't know, I guess Dragon's Rising needs to be better. It's, like, really weird, by the way. They keep, like, overwriting old realms with these, like, new ones. Like, Land of Madness has been, like, effectively, cucked by, monsters. And, like, Imperium, for example. Cool realm, right? But I really wish we already had a desert realm with a culture surrounding hunting dragons, you know, like, it's just first realm again, which Imperium's distinct enough that I can forgive it, but they keep doing this and it really bugs me. Pick this up real quick. How do you feel about Raz having no screen time in part 1? Bad. No bueno. It's really not good. Primarily because, actually, I made a bet with Gino that if Raz did only have 2 lines in the end, I'd buy him an Arc Dragon of Life. And then he did, so I had to buy him an Arc Dragon of Life. So that was, you know, it was bad on that front. But, it's, like, deranged to me that, Imperium has had, like, more central... Oh, Jesus Christ. Has had more central villain screen time than Raz at this point. And, like, I like Imperium, but, like, I just don't think the Loyalists and Beatrix were interesting enough to carry a part. And, like, realistically, this should have been the start of Raz's endgame, which apparently we're not even getting in Season 4 Part 2, so, like, things are looking bleak, I'm gonna be honest. I'm eating stew, I'm glad. I hope the stew is good. So glad they didn't call it the Neverland, because that would just sound dumb. True? Yeah, it's true. Nether Kingdoms also just kind of has aura, I'll be honest. It's kind of the first time they've called a place a kingdom. Well, I guess Kingdom of Madness, but like Nether Kingdoms just, ooh, you know, hits. Plastic, what's your favorite and least favorite realm? I think my favorite realm would have to be Ninjago. Like, it's gotten so... It's kind of the most fleshed out realm. Because all of the others are effectively one biome. I do like a lot of the other realms, but they are just one biome. And I think my least favorite realm is Umbra Sylvis. Because why is Umbra Sylvis a realm? They had to replace Raz Master with another tiger. Raz keeps getting, like, cucked out by other tigers. It's gonna happen in Season 4 Part 2 with Zilvar, who's gonna steal, like, all his screen time with the aura. And come Season 5, Zarkar's gonna be introduced as the Master. And he's just gonna steal all of Raz's screen time. We're actually never getting Raz content, dudes. If you ask Doc about Raz, I don't think he'd know who you're talking about. My favorite realm is Mysterium. Yeah, that's fair. Mysterium's actually pretty cool. Have you played Tomodachi Life? A little bit. I've played the demo. I played the demo for it. But I haven't bought the full game just because I don't think I would get enough runtime out, you know, out of that game to justify dropping $60 on it. Like, Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, I spent about the same amount of money on as I would Tomodachi Life. And I've played these for, like, tens of hours. Like, I've played Tears of the Kingdom for over 100 hours. Like, that game was worth it. I don't think I'd get that same screen time from Tomodachi Life. But what I've played was good, and I like watching people play it. So, yeah. We live in a timeline where Malopia is just an area in Ninjago, but Darktown as a place in the entire realm. Yeah, real. We love Ninjago world building. And there will be a secret 18th realm. That's true. But will it be good? Is it gonna be good? Is like an entirely other question. Because, like, I'll be honest, the track record thus far is not giving me a... It's not, you know, inspiring me with confidence. They could do 18 realms if they want. That's cool. But is the 18th realm going to be good? It's a gamble. That's a gamble. That's a question. Let's be honest, the Land of the Eternal Dawn is going to have no relevance in Part 2. I think it will have some relevance. I could see it kind of being, I could see it being a Spectral Land situation, where it's like where the finale takes place or whatever. But I think we'll probably spend most of our time in a Nether realm. Nether Kingdoms, sorry. My bad for dead naming Nether realm or Nether Kingdoms chat. Stupid, stupid, stupid. I'm worried about Part 2's main villain because of Beatrix again. She would do the same thing. Yup. I really hope we're kind of done with elemental monsters and loyalists because, like, I think they're cool, they're fine enough, but, like, not much about them is interesting to me, you know? Like, I think having this, like, neo-good empress splinter group that is kind of infiltrating these organizations throughout the merged lands is, like, cool enough, right? That is a cool enough concept, and I think it's cool that they're picking up on that, but, like, I just don't think they have the source to be carrying an entire season part at this point in the game. because we are at season 4 of this show, this serialized show with a continuous story. It's 4 seasons in now, and we're still doing Imperium, which is crazy to me. Like, it just does not feel like a natural evolution of stakes. Like, for all the crap you can give a Forbidden Five and Thunderfang writing wise, right? They were a natural, like, evolution in terms of the stakes and, like, you know, the scale of what we were fighting. Whereas Imperium is, like, such a step down. And I really struggle to be invested in, like, Lloyd's struggle to unlock his powers. And, like, you know, unlock this new, incredibly powerful form to defeat Beatrix. When, it's just Beatrix. You know, like, Dracona's form is cool, but, like, this would have hit, like, way harder against, like, Thunderfang and the 5, and, like, Kerr, a Decay Master. Like, I don't feel the stakes with Imperium of the Loyalists. I don't think they're bad, but, like, they're badly placed within the show, I think. It's like, you know, I did not care for the Loyalists. I don't want to really see Beatrix and the Loyalists much from this point on. I would much rather be getting Ra's content, despite how uninterested the show itself is in giving us that content. Is this just the same room I was in? I don't think so. Okay, big. The problem with the elemental monsters is that they have no personality, and just find out. Yeah, I agree. They're like cool things. They're like cool bad guys to punch. But like, I don't care about them as villains. You know, they're just monsters. And like, Beatrix and Laro aren't that interesting at this point because their motive is just like, let's reclaim Imperium. Hell, I actually think the Loyalists as a faction kind of took a dive for me as soon as Beatrix was like reintroduced into the plot. Because I don't know, it's just cooler to me when it's just like Laro managing them and like the Loyalists kind of being this like independent group. It's just, I don't know. Hang on, I'm just gonna take a sip of my drink because my throat's getting a bit dry from all this talking. Season 4 Part 2 will have a ninja go to the administration in City of Temples for 5 episodes. Kino? They're calling it the best Dragons Rising part ever? Oh my god, this is where I was. I'm gonna lose my mind. Can't wait for Part 2 cast list to leak and Raz won't even be on it. That's how Kevin was able to disprove that. Like, that's why he knew immediately that the line leaks were fake, is because Raz was on there. He just knew. Reminders to yourself, don't hype up the show in season 1 and 2, it will get worse. Yeah, kinda real, unfortunately. I think, I don't know, Dragons Rising, to be fair, I think was on an upwards trajectory for seasons 1 and 2. And then season 3 has took like a bit of a quality hit. Even though I do like it enough. It did take a hit in quality. And then season 4 is a kind of step up from season 3, but it's like nowhere near the heights of season 2. And I'm gonna drop a really hot take here, guys. I think season 4 is better than 3 so far, right? But I like it less. Oh, Jesus. I like it less than season 3. And the simple reason for this is that it doesn't have the hook that season 3 did of like picking up on season 2. It's kind of like a show of like Ship of Theseus situation where it's like the show of Theseus, where like they just kind of like switched out so many of the parts of like the relevant story that I kind of like don't care as much about season 4. Like, it's good, but like, you know, I feel like they killed a lot of the momentum, and like I'm not very interested in it in that sense, you know. I've been watching season 3 part 2 a lot, again recently, and it's like season 4 is certainly better, but I like season 3 more. Both parts, I think. I think LaRoe should have just been villain of part 1, and she was manipulating the loyalists by using Beatrix. Yeah, that would have been cool, actually. She just, like, using Beatrix being alive as, like, a bluff to, like, get the loyalists to listen to her. That would have been neat. But no, we needed, we just needed to see Beatrix again, because she was so pivotal to the story. She was just so important. It'd be so funny if we don't see Akita again. It would. Forever's a really long time, and we're going to experience that waiting for Akita to come back. I'm really worried how they're going to do Sora's parents in part 2. Amen. I am terrified. I remember, Toast had finished the part before me, like Toasted Sandwich. And he sent me a DM along the lines of, like, urban legends will be told about what Dragon's Rising did at, like, the timestamp they arrive. And I was like, surely it can't be that bad. And then I got there and it was like, oh my god, this is like... This could be like a crystallized Harumi level of, like, jumping the shark. Because why are Sora's parents at the monastery, bruv? Why are they there? Get them out of here. I've actually, like, especially with how Aaron's parents have been handled, I am, like, terrified that they're gonna redeem Sora's parents in the second half. Because it's not off the table. Nothing is sacred with Dragon's Rising, or Ninjago as a whole. So I'm terrified, truth be told. Yeah, there's a lot of potential for them to really mess this up. Dragon's Rising really loves having new ninja get plot related to their parents. Yes, dude! You're genuinely so right. Like, the cycle for the new ninja is essentially do an interesting story with them. So, for example, you can take, Sora, Frack, and Aaron. They literally all follow the same formula. They have a really interesting story, right? And then what they do is they realize they don't actually have a lot of story to tell with them. And so what they do is they bring in a love interest or parents. And they do them at different times. So for Aaron, right, what they did is they brought his parents back and kind of ended his plotline with Raz prematurely. So his parents are back. And then they did Euphrasia romance in Season 4. So, like, yeah, and then with, like, Sora, well, you know, she's had a romance thing with Frack, and now her parents are back, so, like, you know, and, like, with Frack, we need to explain it, you get the idea. Hello, Matt Orlando. Dragon's Rising Season 3 should have been, split into 2 seasons. Yeah, absolutely. But, like, I think it does, like, way too much. And, like, so many of issues that, like, just them for the fact that it was just genuinely doing too much. Is it weird I didn't get any Aaron and Euphrasia romance vibes? No, I get that, especially since it's not, like, I think super explicit, but I don't know, man, like, Euphrasia holding the flower while, like, talking to Aaron about his abilities had me quaking in my boots, bro. I don't know, I think they're definitely building up to it, or, like, you know, doing some stuff with it, but it's not super prominent yet. Let's hope it stays that way, though, because I hate Aaron and Euphrasia as a ship. I was in a call with my friends watching the first 2 episodes when they, like, released in French, and I remember the Aaron and Euphrasia thing started happening, and I just genuinely lost my mind. I just genuinely lost it, because it's just like, oh yeah, what if we just paired every interesting character up with, like, a romance that just isn't very well written for, like, no reason. I hope they make Netherrealm, because Season 11 made it look very boring to me. The lighting looked so bad to the point where I couldn't see well enough. I get that. Yeah, there are a lot of Season 11 shots that don't look particularly good. Like, I think the season is very well animated, and it moves very well, and at times it has some gorgeous lighting, but, like, particularly there's a bit, like, some of the bits with Crag where they're, like, walking up and down the mountain just look so, like, bad. I think Dragon's Rising Netherrealm is going to look, like, gorgeous, and if nothing else, that's, like, hype. My favorite season is 12 Prime Empire. Why is everyone I tell this to answer it with rage bait? I unfortunately, I just don't think Prime Empire is a very popular season among the fan base. People don't love that one, unfortunately. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, I fall into that category, but that's fair. It's a fun season. I can understand liking that one. There was a point where it was in my top 5 seasons. So, like, you know, I get that. Sora's the next character to be ruined. Yep. It's like, any time, like, Dragon's Rising is like, oh yeah, we're gonna, like, do something with this character. It's like the rabbit with the clock. It's gonna happen at some point. Something's gonna go wrong. You know. Dragon's Rising cannot write a character perfectly, except, like... except, like, Lloyd, for some reason. He's, like, really well written. Is it crazy to say that Prime Empire is better than Skybound? I actually don't think it is, because Skybound has a lot of misogyny issues, and Prime Empire doesn't, to my recollection. So I think that's pretty fair. My favourite season before Dragon's Rising came out used to be 11. I like Fire Chapter more. That is a... I mean, I understand liking Season 11. I really love that season. But liking Fire Chapter more is a bold take. Because I like the Fire Chapter, but, like... I think the Ice Chapter sweeps. And it's not even, like, close in my eyes. Just gonna... troll this guy. I'm really confused what they're doing with Euphrasia. Is she a part of a team now? Because if that's the case, that was not made clear at all. I agree. The show hasn't really done anything to sell us on her. And her inclusion is so random that she just genuinely spawns in. She's like, oh yeah, I came through a portal gate. When, bro? You were not there in Chaos Raids. I did not see your ass in that monastery. What are you talking about, bruh? Theory thing, want to ruin every character because they will get rid of them after GR. To be fair, they would do this. New Ninja are going to be written out of the next Ninjago show, like frame 1. With no explanation. Lloyd's line about Wu probably having a good reason is awful. That's true, but it's not character ruining. Like, I don't know. I think part 2 kind of retroactively fixes that line for me, because it's like, I think having Lloyd be in denial about Master Wu and kind of, I guess, his place on the team and in the world actually, like, leads into Season 4 pretty nicely. With his whole, like, connection to others shtick. I actually don't mind that too much. Even if it is, like, it really blindsided me initially. Next season after Dragon's Rising ends is Prime Empire 2. Peak fiction. Unironically, I actually think, like, just a random bullshit season, like Prime Empire, would actually be received really well in a post-Dragon's Rising world. Just because we've kind of had this serialized show for a while now. That it's like a similar thing to Dragon's Rising being received so well initially, right? It's like, oh, we haven't had this overarching, like, you know, quote, planned out story for a while. This is really new and hype. I think people would receive, like, a random bullshit season pretty well in a post-Dragon's Rising world. Wu is best character in Dragon's Rising. My favorite part of Dragon's Rising is when it ends. Didn't we have the same conversation we are having about Euphrasia with Frack after season 2 part 2 when he joined? No, to be fair, with Frack, like, I think the Tournament of Sorcerers season 2 part 2, like, did a really good job of, like, selling me on this guy. They, like, really fucked him up with, like, season 3. But once season 2 part 2 entered and he was out of Monster, I was like, oh yeah, we've earned this. I want to see this guy on the team because he's, like, wicked sick. They should have made a Wild West realm. A third desert realm. Mr. Wyatt, a third desert realm has hit the writing room. I miss Frack Fridays. Amen, man. But Flintlock Fridays are good. I like me a good Flintlock Friday. I actually think Season 3 did a really good job of implementing Frack as a new main character, even if it did come out of nowhere. I don't know, I think Season 2 kind of integrated him into the team pretty nicely, and, like, his whole turn from Raz, but, like, I think his Season 3 writing was just, like, really poor, and it, like, I don't know, even though his Season 4 stuff is good, I just can't get invested in the character because of how weak his Season 3 outing was. Just, like, generationally poor character writing for Frack in Season 3, I fear. Flintlock is the only character in Skybound with more than four brain cells. True. That is true. Alright, guys, here's what I'm going to... Okay, guys. We're coming up on an hour of this stream now. And it's pretty late for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my melatonin. And I'm going to just... I'm going to keep streaming. I'm going to keep going. Don't leave, don't leave, don't leave. I'm going to keep streaming. I'm going to take my melatonin. And when I start losing... When I start, like, geeking off for melatonin, I'll stop stream. We're on borrowed time now, okay? But we're coming also up on an hour, and I wasn't intending on streaming for too long anyways. I love how canonically, Frack doesn't believe in gravity. Yeah, how, bro? It just, like, made Frack a conspiracy theorist for, like, absolutely no reason. PMO. Frack season 5 awful. What has what has he seen? Am I the only person Doc just sometimes randomly makes random lore? Like the time when he confirmed that oh my god, Libba met with a Source Dragon or Kex Metalwing stuff. Yeah, he just like randomly creates lore, which like really annoys me. I really wish they had elaborated on the stuff of the show, but nope. Blue Sky. You gotta check Blue Sky, guys. You need to go on social media to understand the show. Raz's master is Dareth. One can pray. Just taking my melatonin, I'm already losing my mind. Next 7 minutes are gonna be rough to hit the hour mark. So with no spoilers, has anyone here seen the Reddit episode descriptions from an Italian dubbing studio or something? I think I read those, but I think those might have been confirmed to be fake or whatever. But I won't talk about them, because I remember last time I was on stream, I was like, guys, do we talk about these? And everyone started yelling at me, so I don't think we will talk about them, but I don't know, mixed thoughts if they are real. So, yeah. Eagle lives with Moro, and I want to see that instead of Frax and Sora. I don't know, I guess Moro and Eagle and Spectral Lines is cool, but I don't know how much I need to see of them there, you know. I'm glad we kind of got confirmation of what Eagle's up to, but I don't need to see him much more. And to be fair, they seem to have curbed the Frack and Sora thing. And at the very least, like, what they did with it in Season 4 actually felt pretty meaningful. And it much more came across as, like, them being, like, close friends who can, like, relate to each other's life experiences rather than, like, Frack is being a creepy incel, you know? So I'm pretty happy with where Frack's at the minute, I suppose. Even if I'm not as invested in him as I would be if they had, like, not fumbled him horrendously in Season 4. Favorite season? Dragon's Rising Season 2 is my GOAT. I love Dragon's Rising Season 2. Haven't watched it in a bit though, but that's my GOAT. Do you think Ronto will die soon? No. Simply because, I don't... Like, if they were gonna kill Ronto, they would have done it, you know? I don't think they're gonna, like... They're gonna make us go through this and then kill her. Because that would be silly. Favorite and least favorite part of Dragon's Rising? I think my favorite part would... Oh, crap. This guy's gonna... I think my favorite part of Dragon's Rising would have to be, Season 2 Part 1. I felt Tournament of the Sorcerers. It's, like, close. Oh my god, I'm cracked. Yeah, probably that. And then I think my least favorite part, honestly, would have to be Dragon's Rising Season 3 Part 2. I have a lot of fun with it, but, like... the thing with Dragon's Rising Season 3 Part 2 is that it's such a massive deviation from the plot, and I actually think kind of all of my issues from Season 4 and it kind of not feeling like it has the hook of Season 2 comes from Season 3 Part 2. But this might be a video at some point, so I won't discuss this too in depth, because I need views. I need views and money. Isn't it ironic that they started calling Lloyd's power live? He dies pretty much every season of Dragon's Rising. True. It's pretty ironic power, really. Am I the only one who thinks the best part of is Season 1 Part 1? Nah, I'm sure there's a bunch of people who agree with you on that take. It's like a pretty popular part. And I like it. I like it quite a lot. Dragon's Rising Season 1 is like really good, I think. My theory for the cliffhanger of Season 4 is that Raz will undo the merge, and Season 5 Part 1 will be the ninja trying to get back together. Maybe? I think that'd be pretty neat, but I don't know, I just don't think they're like gonna undo the merge this quickly, because there hasn't been a lot of build up to it. Especially since they said like, we're not doing Raz endgame yet. So like, I don't think that'll be the cliffhanger. I think likely what will be the cliffhanger is hopefully a Raz Master reveal, because I think if they don't reveal him in the next part, then it's going to be like really crammed in Season 5 if we have to like continue to build up to Raz's Master and his plan, or their plan, apologies, and like also do like Raz focus endgame. I don't know, I hope we kind of get the Master in the next part, so that we can kind of fully develop them and their relationship to Raz in Season 5. If Season 5 is to be the last one, which I think it will be. I think Season 5 will be the final season. I think Dragon's Rising Season 4 Part 1's the worst. That's very fair. I can understand not really liking that one. Speaking of things feeling crammed, we still need a Ryu's Source Dragon reveal and him talking true. Probably like end of Season 5, I'll be honest though. That's kind of something I can see them doing at the end, and I think it would work pretty decently towards the end. You know, Ryu's unfortunately not getting any substantial focus ever, because he is a marketable plushie boy. I hope Raz's Master doesn't pull a Thunderfang and betray Raz. Yeah, that would suck. I'd be like actually livid if Raz's Master just immediately betrays him. I really hope we get to see those two like cook together and like really, you know, work on the plan together, because like I've waited like I would have waited like nearly half a decade to see these guys like team up and like, you know, finally get their spotlight. Like if it's just a case of like betrayal, then like it would have been a huge waste of time to build all of a TS up. Raz's master should be revealed in a type of Vecna equals Henry equals 001 way. Unfortunately, I haven't watched Stranger Things, so I can't comment on that, but for your sake, I agree. Hype. What ending do you want for Dragon's Rising? Honestly, I don't know. I just want it to be good. I don't really know how Dragon's Rising is gonna end. I just want it to be like good and well written and sensical within the plot. It's just the same room again. Breath of the Wild is the same 4-room sort of game. Oh god, my nose is getting a bit blocked up. That's not good. Hello, HD Ninja MS Brick Studio. Ruz already had Icon of Energy, so how did he get a second one? I don't think he had. I don't know. Oh yeah, wait, no, you're talking about season 1. Yeah, I don't know how we got that energy icon of a strength icon. Maybe the writers don't know either, to be fair, you know. Maybe we're all a little bit confused, but that's okay. It's okay to not know sometimes. Maybe a little bit less for the writers because this is their show and they're supposed to be, you know, writing it, but it's okay. We forgive. We here at Professor Plastic Incorporated forgive them. Who do you think Raz's master is, Plastic? I think it's Wu from another cycle. I think that's a pretty good theory. Honestly, I'm fully placing my bets on Zarkar. I'm placing my bets on Zarkar being the master, like the tiger guy from season 2. I think it'll end up being him. Why didn't Raz keep that icon? I imagine he used the energy icon because he needed to drain Source Dragon energy to open the Shadow Dojo. I think that's why he needed to capture it. They spent all of their time writing the Kex Metal Wing and Ferox Law. So true. Best Source Dragon? Probably Motion. Motion, yeah, Motion's cool, but I want to see Strength cook and like do stuff. Because they sound pretty cool. Do you think Duskfall, the new Legend series, will take place in another cycle? Maybe. I think what it's likely gonna be is it's just gonna be a case of Descendants stuff, you know, like a new Elemental Masters doing stuff. I think I'll just follow them. I don't think it will kind of delve into the cycles because I imagine they kind of want to wait until like season 5 or like end of Dragon's Rising to do that. Because it'd be like insane if we touched on that in Legends and not the main show. Favorite and least favorite villain. Favorite villain, Raz. Least favorite, Overlord. It's really boring, but like, yeah. That's the truth of it. Let's see, where was I at? Thoughts on the live-action Ninjago movie. Bad, bad, bad. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be so bad. I have so little faith in that thing. I don't know, I just fundamentally hate the idea of turning everything, animated into, like, a live-action adaptation, and this movie's no different. I'm not happy, Bob. Not happy. Yeah, I'm not very excited for that. I don't think it's gonna be very good. Zilvar thoughts, he's the GOAT. Already Zilvar's the GOAT. He's gonna be so peak. He will, on God, Zilvar will be on the Dragon's Rising Season 4 review thumbnail. He will be there. Am I the only one who thinks that Iron Baron is the best villain? That is an incredibly valid take. Iron Baron is like my 3rd favorite villain. He's so good. I love Iron Baron. Plastic, why were you scalping the CMF? I thought you were better than this. Look, man, I need money. Ninjago YouTube just does not pay that well. Lucatude, I need money. Do you think people are sleeping on SOG's fights and background and elements? I don't think so. I think the Oni trilogy is like pretty widely praised as like some of the best looking Ninjago stuff. I don't think it's super slept on. I agree though that the powers coming from the environment is like really, really cool. I wish they did more of that sort of stuff. I found a new stable. That's neat. DR villains besides Raz suck. Well, that's true, but that's a conversation for another day. Do you think Zilva is from Raz's tribe or a complete new tribe? I reckon distant relative sort of deal, where he's probably part of like some Netherrealm tiger tribe that maybe wasn't wiped out. Yeah, I imagine at some point there was like a split between tiger tribes, and so they're like distant relatives or whatever. Is it crazy to say that the first round plot carried season 9 over the Ninjago plot? Nope, I agree. I love the first round plot. It's so cool. It's simply so cool and awesome, and I like it. Zilvar is a forming, obviously. Ooh, that'd be hype. Hello, Trell. If that's how it's pronounced, or if I mispronounced that. But yeah, Zilvar being a forming would actually be wicked sick. Can you please read my comment? I don't want to type it first time. Let me scroll up and have a look. I think the person means with the Stranger Things comment that multiple characters are presented to us in different contexts. Oh yeah, that'd be cool actually. That'd be pretty neat. I'd be happy if they did that. Apologies for not reading it sooner. I'm not the best at keeping up with chat and playing epic video games. Hunted is hands down for best Ninjago season. Yeah, honestly, that was like my favorite and kind of pick for best season in a pre season 2 era. Yeah, it's good. I like it. Oh, it's this shrine. Let's go. Plastic. When's the Malcolm video coming? Malcolm in the Middle is not getting a video. You need to let it go. It's not happening. It's not being worked on, Luca. I'm sorry. What are your thoughts on Mysterium? It's a cool realm. I kind of didn't love it initially because it was just a forest, just another purple forest. But like they've done a good job developing that realm recently. When is it? It's not happening, Luca. It's Malcolm in the Middle's just not happening. Do you watch Breaking Bad? I started watching Breaking Bad. I never really continued. I did really like it. I'm just a bum. How would you feel if the Draconis suits were the last DR suit line? I'd be okay with that. I don't think they're all too ugly, honestly, and like, yeah, I don't know. I'd be okay with them being the like last suit line. Thoughts on Rising Dragon? It's really cool, but it's just like suffered the same fate as every single other cool technique, where it's like, oh well, we have this cool technique, but it's a bit too overpowered, so we can't like write it. Sorry. Please go. Oh, this was not a stroke of genius from me. I met Jesse Pinkman's actor at Comic Con today. Oh my god, that's so goated. That's actually so awesome. Which is the darkest season? I don't know. I always feel like trying to scale like darkest Ninjago seasons, like, you know that SpongeBob image of them on the roller coaster. But I think SOG would probably have to be like the darkest, because there's like, I don't know, a lot of bad stuff implied. Thoughts on Ninjago not having a set ending? I kind of wish it would have some sort of set ending and would end someday, because like, I don't know, I'm sure it's a hot take, but like, I would like to see it end someday and kind of get a proper conclusion, you know? I don't want to just end some random on like a Tuesday. I want it to like, you know, get a cool conclusion. Oh my god, this ball. If a ninja was to die, who do you think it would be? I don't know. I don't think we're gonna kill any of the ninja. I can't really. Yeah, I just can't answer the question because I just don't think they'd kill any of them, except maybe Nia. I think they'd probably kill Nia, to be fair. Oh my god, this shrine. Right. Who do you think Zilvar will be? I'm hoping he's some sort of like, yeah, well, yeah, obviously, as I said earlier, like another tiger tribe, man, that'd be cool. I'd wanna see more tigers. But I kind of want him to be like Raz in the sense that he's like had his own experiences, like lived experiences. And like he's been on his own adventures, and he allies with Raz, like not necessarily agreeing with his methods, but doing it out of like necessity to bring the tribe back or whatever. Oh, so you picked the icy hat? No, Luca, it's not like that. It's just what I think Lego would do. You gotta believe me. Oh, please, 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 please go in. No. Oh my god, yes. We brawl. Okay. What do you think of the whole sentient spell thing with Bonzol? I like it. I think it's cool. It works as a good trans allegory. And she's well written. It's cool. I like it. I think there's like other powerful spells, sure, but like Bonzol is supposedly the most powerful spell in history, so like it makes sense to me that she's kind of the only one we've met. Raz and Zilvar, Yowie's gonna go so hard. So true. What's your current thoughts on Jay? Oh god. There's so many. So I think at least Dragon's Rising Jay, I think they got close to fixing him. They touched the sun with fixing Jay, right? And then they fucked it in episode 4. Him getting his memories back and immediately defaulting to, oh, I need to get my memories back. It's like, what's the exact line? I need to remember my forgotten memories. They fucked it. Completely fucked his arc. It was not good. So, yeah, he's just kind of like Jay again. He had a good story over seasons 2 and 3, but like, yeah, that's it. He's just, yeah, it's unfortunate, but 'tis what it is. Most meta season probably crystallized, tries to be somewhat meta. Thoughts on Nia in Dragon's Rising season 4? Nia's annoying in Dragon's Rising in the sense that I don't find her annoying, but I think ever since season 2 part 2, she kind of has just been like, her entire story has been very Jay-centered, which is annoying to me. Because I really liked her being this like right-hand woman to Lloyd, and kind of being a second leader to a team and like helping mentor the newbies. But since like they reintroduced Jay into the plot, it's just been like she's just been very Jay-centric. It's like, oh no, I can't just continue in season 4. I miss when Nia was girl bossing, like, the early days, you know. Did season 4 ruin Aaron? He was pretty bad in season 4, but I don't think they ruined him because he was pretty bad in the tail end of season 3. So, like, this just kind of carries over a lot of those issues, I think. Do you think Jay shattering his goodness will be addressed? I think they brought it up in season 4, so they'll have to address it at some point. I just don't think they're going... I don't know what they're going to do with that, though. I don't know. Maybe it's like a case if he gets his memories back, if they unshatter his goodness, IDK. Let's see, did I miss anything? How do you feel about Frohick Week? I like them. They are cool. I like Mr. Frohickey, and I like Gweeg. Better written Aaron or Sora? Ooh. I think I like Aaron more. I think the best of Aaron's writing is better than Sora's best writing. But double-edged sword, where like his like worst writing, I think is also worse. So yeah, I think I would pick Aaron. But I think Sora's more consistently well written. Like she hasn't. I don't think Sora's had a bad season yet, which is good. Do you think the new Ninja will be ditched post Dragon's Rising? Most likely, I fear. I think they're definitely sticking with a core 6 because money. But yeah, I think it's pretty likely we'll ditch the new Ninja, or like they won't be as relevant. Favorite Ninjago villain general? Vex, easily. I know I kind of consider him to be the main Ice Chapter villain, I suppose, but he's called General Vex, so it's okay. A chat message just flashed on my screen for a second. That was what the hell? Like I'm gonna like watch back the stream on my phone, see if I like picked it. I just didn't. Okay, that's weird, I guess. Would you like the new ninja to be ditched? I would not. I like the new ninja, but they need to be like written, which they haven't bothered to write the new ninja in a bit. Oh, hey Akira. Do you feel like your shattered soul is like the new evil lord? He has to make good decisions. Maybe. I think it'd be cool if they kind of give more conflictuality on that, but it'd be weird to kind of not do that at the same time as his memory loss. That'd be unfortunate. But yeah, I would like for them to do that. I gotta do something with Jay because he died. His memories are back, so yeah. Generally, Dragon's Rising dumbed down Zane to a mind-numbing degree. I would agree, but I think Season 4, he was actually pretty good. I don't think he was perfect. I think Dragon's Rising Season 4 has some issues with Zane in the sense that his writing's very on the nose, and they really want you to know that they fixed him. But I do like how he's written, and I think it's very reminiscent of old Zane. So they did a good job. I'm happy. Good job. Where does the name Professor Plastic come from? I get asked this question somewhat frequently, actually. The name Professor Plastic simply is from when I was making a Reddit account. Of all the things, it was a Reddit account, and the randomly generated name it gave me was Professor Plastic. I was like, oh yeah, fuck it, that'll work. And it's just stuck, because it's really good. So, yep. Best consistent Dragon's Rising Ninja? Probably Lloyd. I think Lloyd is really well written, and I really like this Season 4 stuff on the whole. I think it'd have to be him. Do you think Ninjago's story would be better if it wasn't forced to be a Lego ad? I think it would. I think it would be a lot better. Lego Minecraft Go. Bro said that as if Reddit isn't an echo chamber. Yeah, Reddit is like a really putrid social media site, but it's like... It's where Professor Plastic came from. Unfortunately, Reddit is a part of my history, but I don't associate with that putrid website anymore. I don't use Reddit much, if ever, because it's bad. I don't like Reddit. Alright, okay, this guy's just being my ass. I need to read chat though. I thought your name came from the fact that you talk about the Plastic Ninja show. It doesn't, unfortunately. It came from Reddit. I'm sorry to disappoint. Oh my god, this Guardian, bro. Jesus Christ, right. Right. Force of the Elemental Mech Shorts, they're cool. They kind of fuck up the timeline, but they're cool. They're like fun action, which like, yeah, they're meant to be fun action, so like, job successful. Are you ever going to make a video on the Oni trilogy? I don't know. I'm kind of, I don't know. I've kind of gone back and forth about whether I do talk about all Ninjago, because I do want to. It's a chat, like, I love all Ninjago, really, but, like, I do want to, but I don't know. I suppose I haven't really had the time with Dragon's Rising kind of being my main thing. But maybe someday I'll make, like, a video talk about all of the Oni trilogy. That could be neat. Cole is quite consistently written. Zane was... yeah, Cole... yeah. No, I agree with your points. Cole is pretty consistently written. It's just quite unfortunate that he isn't written very often, because they keep finding ways to like put one subplots and write him out of the show, even if the writing he has is good for his character. I do think Season 4 Cole was like the worst showing he's had though, because it really pissed me off how he kept losing to the loyalists. Rank all forms of Spinjitzu in terms of how they were written. Ooh, I really like, I think number 1 Forbidden Spinjitzu. After that, no, not Shatter Spin. Shatter Spin was pretty weak, actually. Rising Dragon, then Shatter Spin, then Ejitsu, because that just disappeared, like, completely with, like, no explanation. And I don't know. I kind of can't quite remember the others, but I think that's most of them. So I've covered broadly. How would you feel if Chima showed up in Dragons Rising? It would be so good if Chima appeared. I really want them to like actually delve into the depths of Chima lore. Oh yeah, the burst. Probably burst would be bottom, to be fair. They did it like one time. No, I really want them to like touch on Chima in Dragons Rising. And I'm like so annoyed that they just won't because of this new viewer nonsense. Thoughts on Euphrasia maybe joining the team? Not many. Euphrasia's not a very interesting character to me. And Season 4 did not sell me on her. So yeah. I don't have a lot of thoughts. I think her writing has been pretty weak. Actually, Jitsu disappearing was explained on the hobby's Twitter. Truth nuke. Yep. That's true. I can't remember the reason, but unfortunately, I don't really. I never was on Twitter, and when I was, like, the blue sky move happened, so like I'm not on there anymore, and like I deactivated my account a while ago. So like I don't really even know what the reason is. I'll be honest. Hello, Mr. M. I shouldn't need Twitter to enjoy Ninjago. Yep. Truth. When you're going to do your every video brutality promotion. Maybe someday I'll just compile them all into one video. The problem with that would be going through all of my video files and finding them. Because I don't know where, I don't know, I bring brutality up so often, I don't even know which videos it's in anymore. You know what would be sick? Nelson being in Dragons Rising since he's also a fan of a ninja. I don't know. I think I'm kind of glad that Nelson isn't a part of the show, simply because I think it's neat that we can expand on other, like, fans of a ninja who aren't Aaron. I think that's, I think it's neat that he's not part of the story. I'm kind of glad we're separated from him and we have Aaron, because Aaron's just cooler as well. Favorite Legacy 2026 set? Easily the Lloyd's Tyson mech. It's the only one I've bought so far. But, Mein Gott, I love it. So cool. I haven't built it, but I have it and it's awesome. Brutality deserves that. Truth. I do want to make a Brutality video at some point. I just need to figure out what the topic would be since it isn't finished. Much to consider. I am yet to actually read Brutality. You must get on it. It's so peak. I love Brutality, bro. Remember Jake? Jake was the GOAT. We all miss Jake. Do it when Chapter 22 releases. Maybe? I don't know when Chapter 22 is going to release, though, so it might be hard to line up dates on that. Remember when I suggested season 4 having a balance versus life dichotomy? Do you think this is presented in the actual season? Not yet. I don't think it has yet, but I reckon maybe part 2, or they will likely relegate balance to season 5, but I do like the life stuff we've gotten thus far, though. I'm much more satisfied with this than I am Focus. So they're doing some pretty good stuff so far. Best side character, probably Akita. I fuck with Akita heavy. How much are you getting paid to promo Brutality? See, the funny fact is that I actually don't get paid anything, and in fact I am losing money on this because I keep making bets with Gino that I lose, and I keep having to buy him Lego sets. I am making negative money off of this. Where am I at? Have you seen Reign of the Forbidden 5? If so, thoughts? I've seen up to episode 7, I think, like last year, but I haven't, unfortunately, have not caught up on it fully. But I did see that it finished, and it's on my radar to watch it. My apologies, Bedrock, if you are here. Someday I will get around to it. I swear. Do you think Zarkar's element is life? Very likely. There's like there's no way like they've built this guy up and they don't make him a previous life master. I think that why the Overlord has been fake Garmon. He just split up the Spinjitzu brothers because they could both use their true potential to destroy everything. Probably. Maybe. It's like when you vocal stimmers just like throw a Y into words. For example, like Diog. That's like when you vocal stim. It's been coming a lot on stream, so I apologize for anyone who just has bothered. Apology video coming soon. Have you seen Lego Dreams Season 3? It was mid. I have not, unfortunately. I watched most of Dreams Season 1, thought it was pretty dog shit, and stopped watching. But yeah, I haven't seen Season 3, unfortunately. Plastic, you should do a bet with us, so you have to buy all of us the Old Town. Nay. My gambling days are behind me. Simply because I keep losing. What's your favorite non-Ninjago original theme? I liked Hidden Side. Hidden Side was cool. If there's one thing you can change about Ninjago, what would it be? I'd give it really good writing. No, I don't know, really. I don't... I think my... I don't know, I guess just better writing in areas. But like, I don't know if that counts. Do it, you coward. Nay. Hello, Monkey King. I liked Nexo Knights. I did not. I did not care for Nexo Knights. It wasn't very good in my eyes. Thoughts on there being no energy lightning monster. It's pretty weird. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't make one. If there's a just decimated that bird. Yeah, I don't really know why there isn't one. But I don't care enough about the elemental monsters, I suppose. Have you seen Lego Monkey Kid? I actually have. I watched the first 4 seasons. I never got around to 5, which from what I've heard is for the better. But no, I have watched Monkey Kid and I liked it. I just think I like Hidden Side more though because the sets I bought I liked. Do you think we'll get another element next part? I really hope not, because Dragon's Rising elements are, like their realms, not very good. Ooh, favorite and least favorite finale. I think my favorite finale, I'd maybe have to say Dragon's Rising Season 2 I really like. That one's pretty peak. And least favorite is Chaos Reigns. I hate Chaos Reigns as a finale. It is terrible. But again, I will talk about... I do have a video planned where I will talk about this, because those last 3 episodes of Dragon's Rising Season 3 are generation of the terrible, and I hate them with burning passion. Yeah, I've seen that Monkey Kid Season 5 is pretty mid from like friends who have watched it, and like I just like know the animation is just a downgrade, which is unlucky. Do you think LeBron is gay for Beatrix? Yes. Is Chaos Reigns part 1 or 2? Part 2 finale. So like for Dragon's Rising Season 3 whole finale, like episode 20 of Season 3, Chaos Reigns. I hate that episode. It is generationally terrible. Raz equals Shadow the Hedgehog and Silver equals Silver the Hedgehog. True, actually. That'd be... Cinematic parallels to Sonic 06. you think about it, Lloyd and Akita are a cinematic parallel to Lloyd, so Sonic and Princess in 06. Do with this info as you will. Chaos Reigns or Roots? Roots. The thing is, right, with Chaos Reigns, it gives, like, the last 3 episodes of Dragon's Rising Season 3 give up in a way that Crystallize almost didn't. Like, Roots is pretty dog shit. But, like, it's dog shit that I feel like I can watch that and be like, they tried something here. You know, it's like someone cooked. It wasn't good, but someone cooked. You know? Whereas, like, the last 3 episodes of Dragon's Rising Season 3 are just slop. Like, just mindless slop that I hate. And I think, like, those last 3 episodes of Dragon's Rising Season 3 are genuinely, like, some of the worst Ninjago content we have ever gotten. And I'm not debating why this is wrong, or you may disagree, because I know I'm right. Akita's the only Ninjago character Lloyd could have dated. True. Oh my god, bro. Breath of the Wild loyalists are on me. Die. Oh my god. This bro. This shit. Oh, got him. How do you feel about the new land bounty? Exclusive Fire Monster is like, it's a cool figure, but like it being exclusive is insane. And the new land bounty build is pretty alright. I maybe I'll get it. I don't know. Thoughts on Umbra Silver's being its own realm. I've talked about this, but in short, it is bad. Oh, bye-bye, hello fellow. Thank you for coming out. Season 3 was trash, so I don't want to watch it again. Very valid. I like Season 3 quite a lot, but yeah, I understand not wanting to watch it again. And kind of the vitriol surrounding that season for a lot of people. Okay, chat's quiet. Guys, I'm going to end the stream because it is very late for me. I'm tired and my throat hurts. So unfortunately, I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you for coming out to everyone, and thank you for entertaining me on the stream. This was a lot of fun. So yes, thank you everyone, and have a good evening.